Coming up, stand at attention. We're at the launch of the new Armed Forces action figures.
Which one are you going to be playing with?
The tank.
Love them or hate them, action figures are massive sellers across the globe. Ever since the 1960s and the original G.I. Joe, action figures have been capturing boys' imaginations.
G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe.
G.I. Joe creator Don Levine was first inspired when he saw wooden mannequins in an artist shop window. He decided to dress them up in miniature army clothes, creating his own figures to mimic the movements. G.I. Joe was later licensed outside the US as
Action Man.
Who can forget those famous grip hands? Gorgeous. But it's not just the armed forces that have inspired action figures. Over the years, there have been characters based around the movies, pop stars, and there have been some weird figures aimed at collectors like the Sigmund Freud replica, or the Marie Antoinette with detachable head. Ouch. And during the US election campaign, one Japanese manufacturer created the mini Barack Obama. Will that be shaken or stirred, Mr. President? Now, this year, military-inspired action figures are back with a bang.
Mission objective, destroy enemy firing point. 5 seconds to position.
Toymaker Character Options, in conjunction with Her Majesty's Armed Forces, have just brought out a new range of cutting-edge figures. KidSoup was invited to RAF Northolt to capture all the action on launch day.
I'm Alex Lee, reporting from the Theatre of Operations. The media are out in force, no pun intended, so let's see what the Army Big Guns have got to say about Operation Action Figures. How realistic are they?
I think they're very realistic, and I think going through all three services, the Navy diver is brilliant, the air tanks on his back, the fins that he's got, the Marines and their quad bikes, the hovercraft, and the Army with their tanks, and the Harrier that's part of the setup is very realistic to what we have out and our soldiers and sailors and airmen are using on a day-to-day basis.
So how similar is what he's wearing is the kit that's actually used out in the field?
From the boots, from head to toe, it is pretty much similar. The rifle, the armour, they're all very similar, yes.
Which one are you going to be playing with?
The tank.
But what do you say to the anti-gun lobbyists who say that exposing young kids to guns will encourage them to be violent in later life?
I think that's slightly a short-sighted view on what this is about. It's about role play. The fact that they're wearing the right kit, I think, makes them more aware of there are armed forces out there. Tom and Jerry is one of the most violent cartoons I think I ever remember. People getting bashed over their heads with saucepans. Kids didn't go and grab a saucepan and beat their mother over the head with it. They don't go chasing mice or beating the dogs or cats. I think it's a bit of a reality check on life, actually. And actually, as kids and activities can be done, I would rather have them away from a TV, trying to use their imagination, try to be creative, and that's got to be a good thing, surely.
So all of you tell me which one is your favourite action figure?
The Royal Marine.
Yeah, the Royal Marine.
A resounding Royal Marine, not that you're biased or anything at all. Which is your favourite bit of it? Which is the most attention to detail, do you think?
The weapon systems.
Well, I can't wait to play with them later. Thank you very much, all of you.
I like the Navy diver. I think the Navy diver is really excellent. We've got a few divers here with us today. I mean, it's a really good opportunity for us to showcase the armed forces, but also to showcase the Navy divers and the Royal Marines, in particular, what they do for the Royal Navy. So really pleased with the range.
As you can see, you've got the gauges here that obviously we've got on our sets. This is our switch block, which is again on the sets, very useful, switches from one cylinder to the other. You've got the dump valves, so to let air out of the jacket. That's what we use basically.
This is a moment that I've been waiting for a long time. I finally get to try out the night vision goggles. It's really strange. It's like you're not really here. It's like you're watching an army film. It really is. It's mad. How cool would these be to spy on my daughter at night when she's pretending to be asleep and I know that she's not, she's secretly playing. So Mark, how big has this launch been?
I mean, it's the biggest launch that we've ever had in terms of marketing and the spend that we've put into launching it. So we're hoping that after today, the sales should justify that.
There's been a bit of criticism though, there's not enough ethnic minorities, there's not enough females. What do you say to that?
We have a black soldier that's going to feature across the range, as well as a pilot and a winchman. That'll be out spring of next year. And also we have a female figure will come out at the end of the year, also ready for Christmas. Personally, I really do like the parachutist, because you can throw him up in the air and he lands. It's great, real working parachute. So especially with the summer coming up, get outside and throw him about. Really good.
Thank you very much, Mark.
If you've got an opinion about action figures, then please add a comment at www.kidsoup.tv. And don't forget, you can join the KidSoup army via Facebook, YouTube, MySpace or Bebo.